And welcome everybody here on Twitch chats and everybody on YouTube watching this video later on for some Esper Hero. That's right, we're going to try bringing back Esper Hero. It was a very successful deck last format, and really the War of the Spark format is really where you saw it take off more than the M21. But I just haven't really seen this deck very much at all. People really not playing this deck much at all these days, and so I want to give it a try and see how it goes. So I put together an Esper Hero deck with a lot of cards that I like, that I think could do well. Of course, the thing that the deck lost the most, besides Teferi Hero Dominaria, was the mana base. We have 2 Tranquil Cove, 4 Temple of Silence, and 3 Dismal Backwater, so we have 9 Enter the Battlefield tap lands in the deck. And so because of that, I am going with a really low to the ground curve, you can see here, with so many two mana spells, and then a good amount of 3 mana spells also. So hopefully we're playing a 2 mana spell on turn 2, and then turn 3 we're playing a tap land and another 2 mana spell, and so on. The deck doesn't have very much card advantage now without Hero of Dominaria. We're really looking at the Time Raveler and Elite Guard Mage and Bell Haunt as like our main things that are drawing a card, so it's not very many. And so Bola Citadel is a really big part of the deck at the top end, to be able to churn through the deck and play a lot of the cards there. So it's possible maybe this deck is just underpowered now, but want to try it out ourselves and see how it does. Yeah, Oko is just going to be a big problem for us in general. I know Oko turns Citadel into a 3/3. I don't have, we were talking about this before, there's just not very good removal for Oko that I want to be playing. Like, I could have Murderous Rider, but that doesn't trigger Hero. Murderous Rider is a little rough with Bola Citadel. I'm basically I got 4 Noxious Grasps in the sideboard for our Oko matchups. We'll bring all those in. And got Ashiok and Unmordigo against the Field of the Dead decks. I've been liking naming... For Unmordigo, I've been liking naming Agent of Treachery more and more, because that's how like those Field of the Dead decks really win the post-board games. They just steal your stuff with Agent of Treachery, and so I want to just get rid of that, have Ashiok and all like the removal for the zombies kind of help shut those things down, and try to go from there. So all right, yep, let's go. All right, we'll get to some games. So we're gonna play over in ranked to really give this deck a good traditional standard play. No, traditional standard ranked. To really give this deck a good test and see if it's still good enough here in the metagame. Yeah, we could cut a Mortify for a Noxious Grasp in the main. I don't mind playing 1 Noxious Grasp in the main. I like Mortify though right now because it not only kills creatures like it kills like the bigger creatures. Like your Spawn of Mayhem can be like a pretty big problem, like that kind of stuff. But then it also gets rid of Fires of Invention. There's a lot of Fires of Invention around, and so that gets rid of that as well. And so yeah, I have 4 answers to Fires. I have 2 to Spark, 2 Mortify, and I like that. Yeah, you told me that earlier, Matthew, that you got your Royal Scions mass manipulated when I was at 8. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're looking for land. Need to draw like 2 more than the Guard Mages will help hit more land drops. Looks like we're playing against Oko immediately. Not ideal. It's really hard for me to beat turn 2 Oko game 1 without having Noxious Grasps in. So I want my opponent to do anything else besides that. Literally anything else. Okay. That's still brutal. It's a 3-mana walker. But it's not as brutal. Hopefully we draw land. Of course, I'm going to want to hold up to Spark for this Wicked Wolf. That's going to try to kill my hero. No land.
You have the heart of a coward.
Well, that's rude. Is Magic Mirror the worst mythic in the set?
I will learn what nobody yet knows.
It may be. Whoa, no land? They ditched the land earlier to Rural Scions and they didn't have another land?
Oh, get away from me!
All right, the wolf has been disparked.
Let me synthesize the facts.
And we're almost to the Citadel. Gotta draw one more land. I really should not have played that land first, because we may have just drawn one of our ETB untapped lands. Or sorry, our ETB tap lands. So that was pretty bad playing the swamp and then Guard Mage, because like what if we draw on like another Tranquil Cove? That would have been bad. It ended up working out just fine, but could have been bad. Dealing with the Sarkhan is going to be really annoying. Outlaw's Merriment. Oh yeah, that's a pretty bad mythic there too.
Who are you to call me? Come to me.
Oh, sorry. What was the name of the song? I think you were talking about the last song. I'm gonna switch real quick. That's called It's Strange. All right, back to the song. Ah. It's Strange featuring K-Flay. Okay, so we could Citadel. 4, 5, 6, 7. Citadel is... I can also just Oath Akaya and kill this Sarkhan. I think we should probably do this first.
If you show remorse, I'll show restraint.
Well, that's unfortunate. We have to draw this other one. Cards in graveyard a ton. Alright, turns out Bola Citadel is still pretty busted. Alright, so 4 Noxious Grasp. Noxious Grasp does not kill Royal Scions, though. Hmm. And then we also want Command the Dread Horde. I don't know how good Time Wipe is in this matchup. I don't really know how many creatures they're actually playing. Like Wicked Wolf, it's not good against Wicked Wolf. Like, is Disdainful Stroke good? Wicked Wolf, Oko, Sarkin. Yeah, I gotta take out 3 cards. I know this this looks good, but I have to take out 3 cards. Let's try this. Yeah, I mean, Veto's just fine. Kind of had too many cards I wanted to play. And that's kind of the problem is like everything can be good. Like, yeah, Veto countering an Oko or a Royal Sans would be nice. Ugh.
I'm certain you're
Well,
quite charmed to
last game they
meet
had turn 2 Royal Scions. This time it's turn 2
Let's
Oko, though,
broaden
unfortunately.
your existence.
I mean, I do need lands, but I also need something to get rid of this Oko. So keep the land, though. This is the card that...
Welcome to
So the one card that I said I was really scared of. Well, that's another card.
Courage is the greatest virtue.
My plan is crystallizing.
Alright, well, it's just GG's for the opponent. That's just an awesome hand. Turn 2 Oko, turn 3 Royal Scions on the play.
Oh dear.
Strike fear into the hearts of the wicked.
Alright, on the play, better chance that our Veto actually counters stuff. This Time Wipe is good against Oko, just like clearing out all those things. We'll cut Mortify. Just like how Guard Mage keeps us alive. Right? If everybody's wrong. All right, let's give this a try. Yeah, yep, we could need a sideboard Elder spell in here. I guess it'd have to be over like one of the Noxious Grasp or just in continuance of those, maybe. I don't expect my opponent to have Nissa, but you never know. Well, if they have the exact same hand, I'm probably not beating it again. I wish Oath of Kaya actually killed the 3-mana walkers. Like, that's... Oath of Kaya used to be so good because it used to kill 3-mana walkers, you know, when people played Teferi and Narset. But Royal Scions and Oko, Oath of Kaya has no chance of killing those. So they're telling me they have Veil of Summer. I was hoping it was a bluff. Good draw. Fable Passage does help my Drown in the Lock.
I appreciate clean victories.
And a bit of style doesn't hurt.
My answers lie in the cold truth.
Market studies found people don't like when their planeswalkers die, so he gave them a truckload of loyalty. Gosh, that's what it sure seems like. Yeah, I guess I'm really weak against the Royal Scions with, you know, Noxious, you know, I just don't have any removal for it. You know, the first game we had Hero, and so I got to attack it with Hero, but I have no removal for Royal Scions. It's just, if it's perfectly underneath to Spark, does it get Noxious Grasped? I have nothing for this card.
demands power.
Well, thank you.
My thoughts were too frozen to win.
Well, thank you for that. Gonna get to okay. Well, we have a shot.
Behold!
We have a shot. Not much of a shot, but a shot.
A dragon would rather die than lose.
Okay, you board a couple of devout decrees because of Royal Scions. I could see that. There's, you know, it's really good against like the black aggro decks. Also. Alright, we're gonna have to draw land, please. Please draw land.
Slow this down. Oh, I've done the hero
Ugh.
thing before.
Would have been really nice to have a land there.
Now what?
Oh, the Kai used to be so good. They used to actually have to attack your planeswalkers. Do they just have another Veil of Summer? I sure hope not. I guess I should let them go to combat in case it's another questing beast. What did they keep on top? Didn't they just scry to the top a little bit ago? They just didn't play anything? So it was just a questing beast, so they wanted to play the next turn, I guess?
I can no longer stand by and I've got time.
It's not a bad card. It's not like one of my best cards, but it's not bad. I'm just gonna take it. Alright, looks like we're stabilizing. It only took my opponent to, you know, draw this many lands. We look like we're stabilizing.
Hope you delay our quest no
Let us plan for the trials ahead.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Of course, we have Teferi in play. We don't have to worry about instants. We don't have to worry about Veil of Summer right now. So 6 over here. 1 over here.
fear triumphs this day.
Yeah, I guess that probably was lethal, wasn't it? If I just do the 6 to them. Because what, they were at 11? So I do 6 to them and just attack them? Yeah, I guess that was lethal. Wasn't it? Because then, let's see, they block there. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think I had exactly 11. Because the Grazer blocks the hero, and they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So yeah, I had exact lethal if I would have just attacked them. All right, so that wasn't... That wasn't unwinnable. Got the game. Got the game. Or got the first one, so it wasn't unwinnable. Ugh. Real Scion still a problem. No, see, it didn't matter if my opponent had Veil because I had Teferi in play, so they couldn't play any instant, so it didn't matter. Yeah, opponent kind of get... Yeah, that's true. They let me win that because it drowned in the lock. Like, I mean, it makes sense why they ticked up their Sarkhan right away because they didn't want Othakaya to kill Sarkhan. That was their thinking. They didn't want Othakaya to kill Sarkhan. So they tick up, but by ticking up, then I got to kill their Royal Scions, and then they had another Royal Scions at hand that I drew the Thought Rager for. I mean, I want all these cards. I mean, I guess this one. Yeah, my opponent was just playing like a team or mid-range deck. Yeah, I haven't seen Teferi in quite a while. I already forgot about the passive ability. Yeah, it's pretty good. So this is probably a Fires of Invention deck.
I'll protect you.
Most Jeskai decks are playing that card, so we have Mortify and Dispark now.
I've got it.
They of course get to cast. They get to cast one other card for free though. Huh.
This might be a bad idea.
Yeah, fine. So Teferi's still above shock.
What know you of dragons? I will call the dragons.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my gosh. Played my Hallowed Fountain first. I messed up there. I don't get to Dispark. Sarkhan now. Yeah, wrecked by auto tap.
What? Strike like you mean it.
That's more like it.
I'll put the Guard Mage back in hand, so if they want to use a Time Wipe, I still have it. And now they can't kill, they don't get to just plus Sarkhan and kill Teferi. I don't mind taking 4 damage. Yeah, we went 7 and 2. I played Simic Wishes for the Win Every Card challenge, so did well.
They are coming.
And if they want to wait, if they don't want to cast Time Wipe right now, we can kill Sarkhan with the help of Othakaya. Well, now they can't really play time. I guess Time Wipe would bounce Sarkhan.
We begin. Your end has arrived.
Well, that worked pretty well.
I know my responsibility. Here we go.
So they get 2 turns to scry with the castle. So they get 4 free scries here. Wow, just scry 2 on top.
Impossible.
Must be nice.
Mind and keep an open mind.
Oh, I don't really care about those things. I was a lot more scared of some big
Only
cavaliers or
time
something.
will tell.
We would like to find Citadel, but we need another black source. I should wait for them to scry first before doing that. We'll have the guard mage be able to try to attack down this Narset. Yeah, I guess this is definitely a Super Friends deck. I mean, they're playing Narset, Sarkin. Oh my gosh. Stop. At least the good thing is they put good cards in their hand. We get to Thought Erasure them away. I need a Citadel and black mana. That's their 3rd Fires of Invention. There's not really a specific number of planeswalkers you need to play to call your deck Super Friends. It's basically means that like the planeswalkers are like the main theme of the deck kind of thing, and like your main win conditions and stuff like that. There's not any specific number like you have to have 8 or anything like that.
I would like to test a new hypothesis with you. I follow the tracks of the wise.
Sure looks like I don't have enough. Don't have enough Fires of Invention removal.
This study is over.
Yeah, so I've already drawn 1 Dispark and 1 Mortify to get rid of 2 of them, and then but there's a 3rd here. But even if we find Citadel, they have the Ugin for Citadel now.
And reality. You understand yourself. Secrets manifest before you.
Fourth Fires of Invention. And for now, that Fires doesn't do anything. So yeah, I know we're behind right now.
There are so
And Drown in the
many
Lock
new
doesn't really
threats.
help. How we're behind anyway.
Be gone, interloper.
But they're gonna just have, like, they're gonna have an awesome card that they're gonna be playing. The Drown in the Lock's gonna counter. Looks like another Fae of Wishes here. I mean, they're just gonna activate this Fae of Wishes. There's no reason to try to Legion's End this thing. Why do you think I'm not behind? Like, how do you think we deal with this Ugin and this castle? Like, this is like the reason why we're behind. Is the main thing is this castle. Like, every single one of their draw steps are just amazing. One planar cleansing away from being ahead. But yeah, this combo here, Ugin and Castle.
I have just the trick for this.
Well, unfortunately, I don't want to counter Teferi, but I guess we're gonna have to. That was not what I wanted to counter. They tapped specific lands because they wanted to keep a blue mana available for the Fae of Wish ability. All right, well, third black mana is good. Our only prayer is Citadel, and then just a ton of hits off of Citadel. I don't even know like what they could really be, but Citadel's our only prayer. We have a lot of sideboard stuff. You know, I like our chances a lot more after sideboard. Oh, I didn't finish putting Teamer Walkers up on YouTube. Let me do that.
No sword can pierce my scales. The fabric of the multiverse obeys me. I summon you.
Just finished uploading Teamer Walkers right now. Yeah, you still get the cards if you kill Ugin first. All right, let's give us another shot. Let's give this another shot. No, Guard Mage is good. It's a creature that attacks and it replaces itself. It's good. The card that I'm cutting that I am a little skeptical about is Oath of Kaya. Because Oath of Kaya can kill Narset and Teferi and Sarkhan after those things minus. And especially Teferi with us bringing in extra counter spells could be a problem. We've had like 2 lands every single game. Am I liking Esper so far? It feels a little underpowered. Alright, one fave which is gone.
My victory was but a dream.
But it's not necessarily bad. It's just a little underpowered. Do I just not have enough black sources in my deck or something?
I can see.
3, 7, 8, 9 plus 9 plus 8, 17. So I have 17 black sources. I have more black than the other colors, than blue or white. And I even have 2 swamps, 1 island, 1 plain. I don't know. Seems like we have enough. That doesn't work, opponent. So what's the Ashiok for? Basically trying to take win cons out of my opponent's deck. Trying to make it harder for my opponent to kill me.
My mind needs a rest.
Difficult to digest.
Hey, opponent's factory. Time for that resub. Yeah, I could ego Sarkhan. They probably don't have too many win cons without Sarkhan. I'm also just thinking about playing Elite Guard Mage. Yeah, I'm just gonna play Elite Guard Mage. I wouldn't even fire. I wouldn't Unmoored Ego fires. I don't think the fires is the card to Unmoored Ego. I think it's Fae of Wishes or Sarkhan. I think those are like the 2 options. Are like Fae of Wishes and Sarkhan.
I fight with a dragon's rage. Look to the skies.
I was really hoping they were going to minus Sarkhan.
Such violence and sex.
Difficult to digest.
What if I take Clarion? I'm using a timeout. Their deck's kind of loaded still. Hey, what's up, Mr. Previously?
Come on. Go on. Hit me.
Long time no see. Thanks for that resub there. I appreciate that. Alright, so they don't have very many bad cards left in their deck. I don't know. It seemed like we exiled a lot of bad cards.
Magnificent.
Citadel.
This isn't a fight you can win. Let's try this.
I will How could I have lost?
So yeah, I took the Clarion so that they didn't have like a sweeper to kill these things. And so that we got to kill Sarkin. Because if I don't take Clarion, they kill my creatures, and I'm not dealing with that Sarkin like at all. Because I don't really have removal for Sarkin, hardly at all. Like the Sarkin that was in play. I do just kind of regret not saying Sarkin. I kind of regret playing the Elite Guard Mage and not just saying Sarkin with Unmoored Ego previously.
Trust me. You'll thank me later. Don't worry. I got this.
I guess Drown in the Lock and Ashiok are a total nombo. Maybe I probably should have sideboarded out Drown in the Lock instead of Othakaya.
If you haven't heard of me, then get ready to meet my flames. Get out of my way. Or, you know, don't.
Yeah, I was hoping they were going to Sarkin and mine us immediately. Ugh.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
You will feel the lick of my flames.
Sorry I'm late. Here we go.
Well, that was a good turn. Guess I should have Guard Maged and held up Drown.
Aw, looks like someone's getting a little sweaty.
Are you ready?
That was a heck of a turn.
I tried.
Alright, I guess playing the Citadel was incorrect there. Well, I can't even play an instant because of the Teferi. What am I doing?
Utterly is the best way to destroy things.
What am I doing?
That's more like it.
Come to me.
That was my plan, was to kill these things like whenever they were creatures.
My prowess is unmatched.
I need to just play Citadel. All right, so I definitely made some mistakes there. Instead of playing the 2/3, I should have just done Mordigo Sarkin. That's what I should have done, like that turn that I played the 2/3. That was the biggest mistake I made during that game. I don't really regret. I mean, it just turned out that playing the Citadel was, you know, like completely backfired on us, but I don't really regret it because Citadel is such a powerful card. But it just turned out that it really backfired against us there, instead of having Counterspell and instead of playing, you know, that whenever I just got to 6 mana, playing the 2/3 and having Counterspell backup. Just turned out the Citadel ended up being a terrible play against Sarkin and Teferi. But I don't necessarily regret that play. The main play that I regret was playing the 2/3 instead of playing on Mordigo. So I don't have time to play Hero, unfortunately, because if they have Oko, I have to take Oko if they have Oko, which they did. They didn't have a third untapped land, though. You know, Fable, like, right now, but they could have drawn one. I'm ditching the Bell Hunt because I really, really want lands because of Citadel. Like, you know, Citadel's our most powerful thing. We want to get to that. I could play Hero here and then Thought Erasure, because I think I'm probably just taking Agent of Treachery. So I could go Hero now. Yeah. Yeah, the thing about waiting a turn for Citadel that last game also is that I would have been able to play Citadel with another land, so, you know, like, our first land doesn't stop the Citadel immediately, kind of thing, you know. So that's like another reason that I maybe should have waited a turn for Citadel, is it instead of play land then play. Darn it. I'll just play that. I don't really care what I'm scrying to the top here. But if they would have Agent... Well, I said darn is because if they would have played Agent, taken Hero, then we would have been able to bounce Hero back to our hand. But, I mean, if I'm them, I'm taking a land with Agent of Treachery. And that's likely what they would have done, but who knows. Alright, so they just played the Krasis for 4 instead of playing Circuitous Route first. They just wanted to get it out of their hand. Okay, so that did not mean that they had another one. Frisky Biscuits! Alright, you want an Arc Bow deck. Okay. So you've tried Simic, Golgari, Bant, Abzan. You run into the same problem every time. So what's What are you struggling with the what are you struggling with Arcbow? So I can try to help, so I can try to not run into the same problem. Their deck's easier to deal with when they don't have Field of the Dead. Oh, the problem's here in atrocious deck builder. Okay. That could be a problem. Do you have any preference on how I build an Arcbow deck? Like, do you have any of those? Or just free reign? Yeah, we're gonna definitely have green. You know, whether we want to go Sultai or Abzan or... Why do you do this, library? No preference, your choice? Okay. All right. I'm sorry, Molda. Do you have any specific day you want me to get it done by? Also, I hate to point out the obvious, but kill Kendrith. You mean, this is Aragorn, right? Were we talking about Aragorn? Third slot Thursday. Cool. We're gonna need spells. There's a spell. So do I kill Kenrith? Or do I kill Aragorn or Krasis? I can bounce Aragorn easier. I killed the Krasis because, you know, it's an 8/8 trampler. And that can be annoying. But obviously, Kenrith can make a bunch of haste zombies and everything. Kenrith is very good. But an 8/8 trampler flying right now is a problem. Yes, tokens do count as permanents to sacrifice. So yes, I can activate Citadel right now, but 10 life doesn't kill my opponent. Awesome, RH. Cool. Glad you're having success with Teamer Walkers there. No, this doesn't look great. Admittedly. At least they don't have the mana to play Aragorn and give their creatures haste, though. So that's good. Yeah, Deputy Detention. This is a good matchup for Deputy Detention. That's true. We're gonna try to just not have all of our lands, though. Like, maybe we'll find some spells here for Citadel. Yeah, that's 13 lands and 23 cards. Over half of our lands and about a third of the deck. There we go. The king has left the building.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Sure seems like you are. I went 7-2 in the win every card event. So that's 15 lands now. So only 10 more. How many lands in here do I know? I'm thinking about just activating Bola Citadel here. I guess it doesn't kill them because they're at 24 now. So I guess I don't need to. Hey, that's awesome, Key. Good job. You went 12-1. Way to go. Yeah, that's amazing. Come on, spells. Guard Mage is nice.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Is my opponent going to play a sweeper? I guess it's possible my opponent plays a sweeper. So should I not play hero then? Oh, I have drown and lock. I can counter a sweeper. Okay. Yeah. Who's the who's the counter deck now, or who's the the token deck? Who's the token deck now? Arena's dying right in front of us. Yeah. Well, looks like this is lethal. I think my opponents are just leaving themselves lethal on board. Like, they had to play Krasis to gain life. That's not good enough. Because I have 24 damage here. Between Citadel, sack 10, attack for 4 in the air, Citadel, sack 10. I mean, I just have lethal. They had to gain life with the Krasis. But yeah, I guess we could have dealt more damage. I guess bouncing Oath a couple of times. So like even if they gain life with Graces, it wouldn't have mattered. All right, we got game 1. Good sign. Yeah, I guess I probably could have just clicked the number to select all 10. Do I want Noxious Grasps? I guess Mortify kills Golos and other things. Man, they had main deck Oko though. Oh man, I forgot we thought Erasured Oko immediately. Ugh, Oko is so good. Drowning Lock and Ashiok are not a combo. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I don't love Yurok field decks because of Oko just making Yurok really hard to play, basically. So I just don't like where Yurok is positioned. Well, Ashiok's my actual best card in this matchup. It's the card that I want to draw more than any other cards is Ashiok. So we're not getting rid of that card. I could have seen cutting down on some of these 4-drops. Like maybe I should have cut down on some Guard Mage or Bellhunt. And keep Drowning in the Lock over some of the 4-drops. This is a tough call here with this hero. If they have like Oko on 3 and I spend turn 2 playing hero and then they play Oko, I'm like pretty dead. So it's difficult to keep this card. Yay. Yay. No, no, Ashiok, I just sideboarded it in. It's not a main deck card. We want to hit Agent of Treachery and Field of the Dead. Those are the 2 cards I want to see more than any others whenever I mill stuff over. Especially Agent of Treachery. Agent of Treachery is the card I am probably most scared of. That was a waste. So get a minus. Even though there's nothing to bounce. You know, that's kind of bad if my opponent plays Golos that I don't get to bounce Golos next turn. Maybe I don't minus. I'm just thinking that I want to look for land. I guess I don't minus because of Golos.
I'll protect you.
Dang. I found another white source. Yep.
I've got time.
There's no lands.
Behold,
We did not hit any Agent of Treacheries
my dreams
or Field of the Dead.
like smoke.
Yeah, so we hit none of the 2 cards I wanted to hit. Yay.
Don't worry, I got this.
Ugh, still no Agent of Treachery.
My victory was but a dream.
Why not return Ashiok? With Teferi cannot bounce Planeswalkers. I don't have any way to return Ashiok. Teferi can bounce creatures, artifacts, and enchantments. That's pretty gross. At least they did that.
Here goes nothing.
Could have just bounced their own Agent of Treachery.
I aspired for more.
Yeah, that wasn't so bad for me. I'm doing Guard Mage over Bell Hunt to look for land drops to get towards Citadel. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna stream Historic once there's like Historic events and everything. But yeah, I'm definitely planning on doing that. Yeah, Charming Prince could definitely be an option in a deck like this. I definitely consider putting Charming Prince in there, but how it doesn't trigger Hero, I didn't play it. But yeah, it could definitely be an option. Just bounce your Agent of Treachery. Steal lands. I don't have any mana. No, we can't do instant speed Legions then. They have their own Teferi.
This might be a bad idea.
Hey, Ant-Man. Thanks so much for that Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate that, Ant-Man. Thank you very much. That's our 17th sub of the day. Thank you. I don't have much to do. Playing Guard Mage just to try to hit another land drop, basically. If they remove my Guard Mage, though, that is lethal at 17 power. Alright. Alright, this time, Ashiok, please get rid of Agent of Treachery. The card it's the card that just always wrecks me. Agent of Treachery. Hey, what's up, Dex? Thank you so much there. So how was Teamer Walkers? No, we didn't really make any changes afterwards. Talked about how maybe you could remove Paradise Druid for more removal. But I'm not exactly sure which way to go there. But anyway, it performed pretty well, I think. It performed well, but we also had pretty easy matches. Like, our opponents we didn't play against the best opponents. We didn't have much we didn't have much of resistance from our opponents there. But it performed well overall. I need Time Wipe. They're like a Time Wipe deck also. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to play Time Wipe. It's kind of weird playing a big sweeper like that against the deck that's playing a bunch of big sweepers also. Yeah, maybe I should play Dispark. I mean, basically, Mortify kills Krasis and Golos. Dispark exiles Golos. That's kind of about it for Dispark, though, is basically just Golos, because, you know, exiling, like, Agent of Treachery doesn't matter. I guess Dispark exiles, like, the big creatures, like the adventure creatures also, but Mortify kills those things, too. So basically, Mortify kind of does the same thing. Yeah, Ego's the only universal answer to field, yes. Yeah, we minused Ashiok 4 times, so in 16 cards we hit 0 field and 0... So, like, they have, like, Veil of Summer here. So I'm playing Teferi, so they don't get to Veil of Summer.
I am not going to sit this one out.
We had 0 field and 0 Agent of Treachery, and that was rough.
I can no longer stand by and watch. Don't worry, I got this.
Alright, well that hurts my Disdainful Stroke, but next turn, I want Ashiok in play, obviously. Yay, we got a field. Next turn we can Noxious Grasp and...
There goes nothing.
and hold up Disdainful Stroke. I'd still rather hit Agent of Treachery than field. Oh my god, please don't do that. Oh my god. That's the second time we've had opponents do that against Ashiok. That's the second time. This was not the same opponent that did it twice. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that we've had 2 opponents do that.
I suppose that's how it was meant to happen.
Agent of Treachery. No Agent of Treachery.
That's more like it. Trust me, I have a plan.
Still just one field.
My dreams dissipate.
No agents. It's fine. I'm gonna do play a 2/2 Krasis. Sure. A lot of work to draw a card.
Here we go.
Yay, we got an agent finally.
Remember, your nightmares remain.
Finally, one agent down. So I haven't really found another good answer to Krasis. I mean, obviously I have Disdainful Stroke that can counter Krasis. But I really want to save Disdainful Stroke for Agent of Treachery. I mean, I guess maybe I just don't have... Maybe I just don't have that luxury and I have to Disdainful Stroke. So I don't have any other removal. I don't really want to face the 4/4 when I want to protect my Planeswalkers, though.
I've got it.
Your fight. This is difficult to digest. Fear, terror, and horror.
See, I don't want a 4/4 going and like
You just let me know.
dealing with this new Ashiok.
Dissipates like smoke.
Still only hit one Krasis and one field and one agent. Ugh. So that's unfortunate.
I will always return.
I've got time.
You strike out of fear.
Why couldn't I have you earlier? So I didn't have to. I could have just used you on Krasis and I didn't have to use Disdainful Stroke. Charming Prince does not reset Ashiok. As far as I know. Isn't Charming Prince just creatures? Maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was just creatures, though. No, yeah, it's just creature. That was weird. Like the Ashiok, you know, had like that animation, but they, you know, they still get to get their creature, of course, but the Ashiok still had the animation. I was like, whoa, is this Ashiok gonna do something here? Yeah, that's weird. All right, but they're down to 15 cards though. They should still have 3 Field of the Dead. But that's not very many. That's not very many cards to kill me. That was a very good Ashiok minus for us. Getting rid of 3 lands. Very good Ashiok minus for us. Alright, so now we have Citadel with Veto back up.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Poor opponent. They just added red mana manually and then passed instead of activating Kenrith. Here, I'll show you, opponent, that that's what I was going to do. All right? We'll just pretend like they actually gave their creature haste, and then I Noxious Grasped it. All right, let's... So obviously I could have still held up Counterspell here, but we'll play a little bit more of a fair game. Like that's actually what they did, was they gave it haste, and you know these just traded. That's what would have happened.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
That's what should have happened. They're playing Field of the Dead, No Mercy. Well, we know they have 3 Field of the Dead left. Let's just take those. Out of their deck. How many Agent of Treacheries do they have left? 1? So they have to kill me with 2 Golos, 1 Krasis, and 1 Agent of Treachery. In 11 cards. That's going to be tough. I'm going to save Drown in the Lock for a counter. I guess it only counters 3 or greater. That's not much. Oh, that's true. Also, they got the Beanstalk Giants. Those things are kind of big. I can only destroy my own creatures with this Drown in the Lock. That is annoying. I'm going to have to just chump block with like an Elite Guard Mage here. I mean, I could just kill my Elite Guard Mage and make 2 1/1s. And then, like, after blocking. But I think Drown in the Loch is probably more valuable to have in hand than just making 2 1/1s. Yes, I could have countered Growth Spiral, but it's actually kind of better for me, for them to Growth Spiral, because then they draw a card and I get to see what they draw. So if they actually draw anything good. So they have one Agent of Treachery that I have to be worried about. It's really unfortunate. I needed to wait like 1 turn of them not having that Agent of Treachery. Why don't I attack with my flyers? Because I'm just going to be winning by milling out. Milling them out. What's up, Koala Bear? Thanks for the sub there. They have 5 cards left in the library. That thing is 7 CMC, so I can kill that thing now. They just have, I think, just 1 Krasis and 1 Golos, like this Golos and a Krasis left. So they have basically nothing to kill me. Yeah, I unmordigoed all 4 fields. Like this, so the fields are gone. There's 2 Krasis and 3 Krasis are in there. So there's 1 Krasis in their deck. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So all they have is this Golos and 1 Krasis. That's all they have. That Golos is not killing me. And obviously Krasis is not either. So there we go. 2 and 1. Oh man, we haven't even played Sultai Control yet. It's already late. That was a nice match. Do we stop here at 2-1 and go to Sultai? Like, is that a good enough video? Have we had a long enough video for YouTube? I mean, I feel like we've kind of shown off the deck quite a bit. We had good matchups there. The thing is, if we do one more, the Sultai Control video is going to be long, or like it'll be a short video there also. No, there's no Tamiyo in Sultai Control. But anyway, yeah, let's talk about this deck. So, yeah, we got to face like some really good matchups. You know, we played the Teamer deck that's getting more popular right now with our first match, and then we played against Jeskai Fires, which we lost to. Close one there. I made some mistakes with the Jeskai Fires matchup, and then we saw what happens against Golos there. You know, we played 3 very long matches. Yeah, so basically Esper Hero is still good. I think that, as you can tell, like with the list that I have, I like everything about the list except we have one major hole, which is the 3 mana Planeswalkers, Oko and Royal Scions. That's our big hole. Oath of Kaya did not look nearly as good. I think you could even shave another Oath of Kaya, maybe go down to 2 these days. I liked the time wipes. The 4-mana cards were pretty good. Guard Mage was better than Bellhaunt. Maybe we should just move away from Bellhaunt. Maybe that's something to move away from. But then again, if you're getting rid of Othakaya and Bellhaunt, you know, are your Citadel still going to be good enough, kind of thing. Ashiok was just MVP in the sideboard, and honestly, Ashiok is just great in this metagame. Like, this is just such a good Ashiok metagame. I liked the Unmoored Ego in the sideboard. I wouldn't mind a second one of those either. Because, yeah, against, like, the Jeskai Fires deck, I mean, I messed up that other game that we lost. I needed to Unmoored Ego a turn whenever I played Elite Guard Mage. But these decks, the metagame is so slow. Like, these decks are so slow and controlling, but they don't have, like, tons of win conditions. And Ashiok milling over, like milling people out is a real scenario these days with how slow these decks are and how good all these decks do play defense, kind of thing. Yeah, so Murderous Rider could be our card. Yeah, it doesn't play very well with Hero, but maybe Murderous Rider is just the card that I should be playing because it's just so powerful. Because, yeah, dealing with Planeswalkers in general was a problem. Like, that's something that we struggled with, especially the 3-mana ones that didn't get disparked. So, yeah, maybe we should just have Murderous Riders instead of a couple Bellhaunts and an Oath of Kaya. Yeah, time wipe with Murderous Rider, that does sound kind of amazing. So, yeah, that is pretty great there. That is pretty great there. But, yeah, so that's the deck. I really like Disdainful Stroke these days, like how it counters Golos and a big Krasis, and it counters Fires of Invention, and it counters Circuitous Route and all that kind of stuff. I like Disdainful Stroke a bunch. But anyway, that's our deck. That's Esper Hero. So if you're watching the video later on YouTube, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons over there. And let me know what you think about Esper Hero in this metagame, and if you're doing anything a little different. What are you doing for those 3-mana Planeswalkers? Are you just going with Murderous Riders? All that kind of stuff. If you try the deck out, let me know how it goes for you. Our mana base worked just fine. We struggled hitting land drops sometimes. That was a struggle. Where, like, playing something like Narset won't continue to let us hit land drops. But anyway, there we go. So that's Esper Hero. So thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you for the next one.